The Poly 20 is a great conference speakerphone for hybrid meetings. It allows your participants, both in the room and online, to hear each other clearly. But it's not perfect. So in this video, I'm going to share the pros and cons of the Poly 20, and one of those cons could be a deal breaker. Markus here, helping you engage better with your audience. Learn more about the Poly 20 with the links in the video description. There you can also pick up my free video conferencing checklist. This video is not sponsored. Poly sent me the Sync 20 as a review unit. There are two models of the Poly 20. The base model currently retails for around $110 US, and the Plus model is around $140. The difference between the base model and the Plus model is that the Plus model comes with a separate USB Bluetooth adapter. And this was a great choice for me because while my phone and my laptop does have built-in Bluetooth, my desktop computer does not. You can connect the Poly 20 either with Bluetooth or with a USB cable, and that USB cable is also used to charge the battery. We're going to talk more about this specific USB cable when we come to the cons. The Sync 20 also has built-in noise suppression and echo cancellation. In addition, it is dust and water resistant, and this is a great upgrade from the older model, which was the Poly Calisto 7200. On top of the device, there is this rocket button that you can configure to custom features. There is a Teams button on this version of the Poly 20. There is volume up and down, and then there is a hang-up call button. And then there is a mute button, but it kind of doesn't work. We'll talk more about the mute button later on in the video. On the right side of the device, we have the Bluetooth pairing button as well as the power button. In addition, there is a USB Type-A port that you can use to charge devices. And this can actually be a really good choice in a hybrid meeting because people may want to charge their phones. There is no visible battery indicator on the Poly 20, but when I switch on the device, there are audible prompts.
Battery high, phone 1 connected.
In addition, you can see the battery level in your connected device, either in Windows or on your phone. The rest of the package includes this protective pouch as well as this wrist strap that you can attach to the corner of the Poly 20. A pretty neat feature of the pouch is that it has this little pocket for keeping the Bluetooth adapter that comes with the Poly 20 Plus package. Now let's listen to the Poly 20. This is an audio sample of the Poly 20 at approximately 1 meter's distance. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Microphone check 1 2. This is an audio sample of the Poly 20 at approximately 2 meters distance. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Microphone check 1 2. This is an audio sample of the Poly 20 at approximately 5 meters distance. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Microphone check 1 2. The stated microphone pickup range of the Poly 20 is 2 meters or 7 feet. But as you could hear in that sample, even at 5 meters, the Poly 20 actually works really well. That's why this is a great choice for hybrid meetings where you have more people sitting around the table. So that was the microphone. Now let's listen to the quality of the speaker. This is a pre-recorded audio sample for testing my speakers. Speaker test 1 2 1 2. Speaker test 1 2. This is a pre-recorded audio sample for testing my speakers. Speaker test 1 2 1 2. Speaker test 1 2. If you want to learn more about the speaker specifically, check out the video that I have linked in the description below. Let's move over to the pros and cons of the Poly 20. The first and perhaps most obvious pro of this device is the sound quality. The microphone and the speaker, they both sound really good. I was also impressed with the pickup range of the microphone. Poly recommends this device for smaller rooms, specifically 4 by 4 meters or 13 by 13 feet. But as you can see, this actually works really well even in larger rooms than that. Another definite pro of the PolySync 20 is the battery life. The stated battery life is 20 hours, but I have used the PolySync 20 for a total of 20 hours over the course of several meetings without charging it, and after those 20 hours the battery was only at 50%. This is really impressive, especially compared to the previous model, the Poly Calisto 7200, where I could only get about 5 hours with one charge. And now over to the cons. And the biggest and the most obvious con is that USB cable and the design of the cable management system on the PolySync 20. The idea is that the cable should be wrapped around the console here on the bottom of the device, and then you're supposed to click the USB connector into this little notch at the top of the PolySync 20. However, this is incredibly difficult to do. I have used the PolySync 20 now for 4 months and I can still not reliably wind the cable the right way. In order to make this work, you have to pull very hard on the USB cable so that it actually reaches all the way up. As you can see, I managed it here on the last try, but I had to pull the cable very hard, and I'm constantly worried that over time this is simply going to break the cable. And because the cable is permanently attached to the PolySync 20, this will also render the entire device useless. The other aspect of this is that when the USB connector is stored in the notch there, the angle at which the cable is bent is quite steep, and I'm afraid that that too is going to wear out the cable before long. In fact, the cable management system appeared to me as a deal breaker when I first got the PolySync 20. However, after using the PolySync 20 for the past 4 months, I have softened my stance a little bit. And the main reason is the high battery capacity. Because I don't have to charge the device so often, I actually also don't have to wind and unwind the cable on a regular basis. So for me, the cable management system is not a deal breaker, but it is still terrible design by Poly. The second con of the PolySync 20 is that mute button that only works sometimes. So let me be specific. When I connect the PolySync 20 to my PC with a USB cable or with that separate Bluetooth adapter, the mute button works. I'm now going to press the mute button on the PolySync 20. Microphone check, 1, 2, 1. When I press the mute button, the light turns red and Zoom will also mute the microphone as expected. However, when I connect the PolySync 20 to my laptop with the laptop's built-in Bluetooth connector, the mute button doesn't work. It only beeps. In this sample, the PolySync 20 is connected to the laptop with the built-in Bluetooth connection on my laptop. I'm going to press the mute button on the PolySync 20. As you can see here, nothing happens. There's no visual indication on the PolySync 20, and here inside of Zoom, it is also not muted. And this can be a bit of a problem for a hybrid meeting. If I'm just using the PolySync 20 by myself, then I may be aware of such limitations. But in a hybrid meeting, you have more people in the room and somebody else might want to mute the device. And if they can't do it just by tapping the very obvious mute button on the conference speakerphone, well, this is not great user interface. If you're getting value from the video, hit the like button. At the end of the day, would I recommend the PolySync 20 despite its shortcomings? Yes, I would. This has been a great addition to my hybrid meeting setup. The sound quality is really good, and if you can live with the cons that I mentioned, you will get yourself an excellent conference speakerphone for your hybrid meetings. The price point is also really competitive. The previous model, the Calisto 7200, retailed for around $200, and here the base model starts at approximately $110. For more information about the PolySync 20, check out the links in the video description. There you can find out more about pricing, availability, and detailed features. I made a separate video about the speaker quality of the Poly 20. Check it out with the link up here. In that video, I compare the Sync 20, the Calisto 7200, and an old Ultimate Ears Bluetooth speaker. My name is Markus. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.